Working within a genre of music which had been historically male-dominated, with impeccable musicianship, tone, taste, and team spirit, banjoist Kristin Scott Benson has not merely overcome, but erased much of the gender bias that once existed within the world of bluegrass music. Born in Union, South Carolina in 1976, Kristin was surrounded by bluegrass music from the moment she was born. After attending countless festivals and watching her grandfather, Averill Hogan, play the mandolin, at the age of 5, Kristin started playing the mandolin as well. But it was the sound of the banjo as played by Scott Vestal and Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver which ignited the young musician's passion for the banjo in a bluegrass setting. After her first attempt to learn the banjo was interrupted when her instrument was destroyed in a house fire, at the age of 13, and taking lessons from Al Olstein, Kristin began her banjo journey in earnest. Her quick musical progress, as well as work with gospel and pop bands during her high school years, prepared her for both the musical as well as academic opportunities that were on her horizon when she moved to Nashville in 1995. Attending Belmont University, ultimately graduating summa cum laude with a BBA degree in marketing, it was Nashville's thriving music community which had captured Kristin's undivided attention. Joining the Larry Stevenson Band in 1995 proved to be a pivotal point which saw Kristin perform on the Grand Ole Opry for the first time while simultaneously forging a lifelong friendship with bluegrass banjo icon Sonny Osborne. In 2000, Kristin married mandolinist Wayne Benson and formed a new band called Sally Jones and the Sidewinders prior to joining up with Larry Cordell and Lonesome Standard Time 3 years later. Yet, with all of her associations thus far, it was joining the Grascals in 2008 which resulted in the most fulfilling and memorable moments and experiences of Benson's career.
One of the best banjo players on this earth, Kristin Scott Benson right here. Oh, KSB!
In addition to doing over 200 appearances on the Grand Ole Opry, the Grascals have performed on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, The Late Show with Craig Ferguson, The Talk on CBS, and for President George W. Bush. The Bluegrass Supergroup has also been named Entertainers of the Year on 2 separate occasions by the International Bluegrass Music Association, as well as producing a Grammy-nominated album, Life Finds a Way, in 2012. Kristin's many recording projects, beginning with her self-produced Straight Paths in 1996 and leading up to the 2023 Mountain Home Records release Pick Your Poison in a duet setting with husband Wayne, firmly established her credentials as a serious solo artist. A fact which was acknowledged by her being honored as the IBMA Banjo Player of the Year an amazing 6 times, as well as being the recipient of the Steve Martin Prize for Excellence in Bluegrass and Banjo in 2018. Among her greatest joys, in addition to watching her son Hogan grow up, is Kristin's fervor for teaching her banjo skills to others. Be it through one-on-one lessons taught both in person or via the internet, or her participation in organized teaching events such as the Blue Ridge Banjo Camp, Benson has a gift for instilling a passion for the banjo in her students, making them fall head over heels in love with bluegrass music in the process. And it must be remembered that all of this was accomplished by the person whom many consider to be the first woman ever to be a successful side musician in a top-tiered bluegrass band. Her role in the Grascals is not one of a front person or a vocalist, but instead that of a hard-driving banjoist helping a nationally known festival headlining band to reach new musical heights. Larry Nager of Bluegrass Unlimited said it best when he simply stated, Kristin Scott Benson takes the banjo where no woman has taken it before. Please welcome to the stage Kristin Scott Benson.
Wow. On behalf of the American Board of Directors and past Hall of Fame members, congratulations and welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Thank you so much.
Turn this way.
Thank you.
Right that way. There you go.
Thank
Oh,
you.
that's great.
Thank you. Well, I am only slightly more equipped to make a speech than Ken. This is not normally what I do. I don't talk in front of people ever, and I stand on the side of a lot of guys that I'm lucky enough to share the stage with. But I want to thank you guys so much. Bill spoke of community, and I can say that among the most important communities in my life is the banjo community and the bluegrass community. And I look across this room, and there are so many wonderful people that have meant the world to me and have contributed to this journey that has kind of defined my entire professional career. So I can't thank you guys enough. But the people that I want to thank the most, I certainly want to thank everyone who's ever hired me. You know, Larry Stevenson hired me as a 19-year-old girl, and people give me credit for that, and I'm like, look, he deserves the credit. He's the one who kind of broke the mold and hired me, and I was with his band for 7 years, and that was sort of the first domino that led to the next thing. So I specifically would like to shout out to Larry Stevenson, and that led to the mentorship with Sonny Osborne, who was a hugely important person to me that I dearly love and miss, and I wish he could be here. You know, when you think about things that mean the most, certainly something like this means the world, but that picture of Sonny, one of the IBMA years, he presented. It was so perfect, and I was lucky enough to win. And there's a shot of him looking at me with such approval, and that approval from someone who means so much to you musically, those are the things that I think I'm most proud of and most thankful for. But with that being said, I certainly want to thank the Grascals for the last 16 years that I've been in their band. I want to thank the Deerings. I play a Deering banjo, and I'm very proud to do that. But most of all, you know, I want to thank my mom and dad. My mom and dad bought 2 banjos, as you saw, the first one that we lost in the house fire, and then later on they bought a banjo, and they spent money on lessons that it was a sacrifice for them to support me playing the banjo the way they did. So my mom and dad, my grandparents, who were hugely influential, now with much love, I thank my husband and my son. But most of all, right now, what I'm overwhelmed with is just gratefulness to my Lord, because if you had asked me when I was 13 or 14 years old and he had just said, Kristin, what do you want to do? I would have never asked for this much. So he gets all the glory tonight. Thank you all. It's a precious honor. Anyone who was involved in making this happen, I thank you very, very much, and it's a great privilege. Thank you.